Today's project is going to be a Zero Lux Given t-shirt. I decided to use the phrase Zero Lux Given because I can wear it any day I want. But I'm specifically making this one for St. Patrick's Day. Let me tell you what I did to start with. I went into Cricut Design Space. I selected just a normal everyday font for the Zero Lux Given. However, I took out the O in zero and replaced it with an oval that has a 4-leaf clover cut out of it. So I learned several skills while designing this project. But the biggest thing I learned was how to slice. I did a test batch to make sure that it would look right and the size was pretty good. And this is what I did. After I did that, I decided I wanted to make a few changes because, hey, why not? Wound up learning how to duplicate items. It was just a good learning process. And I'm going to prep it with some Cricut Everyday Iron-On, my green t-shirt. Alright, let's do this. So, this project is going to give me an opportunity for the first time to use a green mat. Ooh, it really is very sticky. I'm getting all the bubbles out, because bubbles equals bad cut. It helps to have the machine turned on. Now I have to choose what I've got iron on. When I hit make it, and I chose iron on, it gives me a reminder to make sure mirror default is turned on. And I had not done that, so thank goodness it gave me the reminder. So Cricut did its thing and cut out Zero Lux Given with the clovers on it. So what I'm going to attempt to do with any Lux Given, see what I did there, is remove the iron-on from the mat. That was easy. Now I'm going to take and cut out, to minimize waste, the bottom bit. And because you never know whether you need a little bit of something, I am going to go over here and cut out a little square. Because you just never know. I mean, that could come in handy, right? That little bit could come in handy. I doubt it, but you never know. Y'all know I'm awkward at this stuff. You know what? I'm going to do myself a favor. I might tape this down a little bit so that it will stay put while I'm working with it. And this is just to give me a little helping hand. Alright. That should help a lot. Oh, look at those cute little clovers. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're adorable. Now, what I did with the clovers was I went online and I searched for transparent 4-leaf clover. I brought it in to Design Space and I saved it as a cut image. Amazingly enough, the name I called it was Clover. Can you believe that? I took the clover and brought it onto my canvas. And I actually made it pretty good size. Because the reason why I decided I wanted the clover was to add a clover to the letter O on the end of 0. So what I did was I got a basic shape. It was a circle. I unlocked the shape so that I could adjust the size. Adjusted it really, really big so that I could see what I was doing. And then I took the clover and put it on top of the oval. Highlighted them both and I selected slice. And that allowed me to slice the clover out of the oval, and also it sliced the clover itself. So I moved both clovers, and then that left me with a clover and an oval. It looks exactly how I want it. Well, then I shrunk it down to size so that it would match the sizing of my other letters. And I actually think I didn't do a half bad job on it. And let's get rid of some of this excess. Well, I need to get rid of the little thing in the E. Well, after I designed it and I printed it out on cardstock, I decided that I really liked the look of the clover. And how would it look if I had little clusters of clovers? So I went back to Design Space and I duplicated my O and I sliced out all of the oval around it and just had left the clovers. And then I adjusted the size of the clovers. I put them in a bunch of 3s, attached them together, and figured out where I wanted them placed. And then I decided that I wanted a clover on the top of my eye. So I did the same thing and left it the same size as the clover that's missing from the letter O. I think it has turned out, I think it's going to turn out rather cute. Now, a lot of St. Patrick Day shirts that I see have white lettering. But I wanted something different, and so I couldn't decide between gold, silver, and rose gold when my husband, the brilliant man that he is, said, "Oh, gold, like a pot of gold. You've got to use gold, of course." the other thing I did was practice flipping images. So I flipped, I believe, horizontally the bunches of clover so that it would more or less frame the picture. Now, I'm almost finished with this part. I just want to make sure that I've got everything done. Oh, I like that a lot. See it pretty much. 0 lucks given. With the clovers over here on the top, the clovers down here. The clover is the dot on the eye. That took a little work. I had to figure out how to slice the dot on the eye out. And it really didn't want me to, but I finally figured out instead of slicing the... It just took me a little finagling, but I finally got it. And then the 0, the O at the end of 0. So, give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail so that I can get this set up to put it on my shirt. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is iron on the iron-on to my shirt. So I did myself a little favor, and the blue tape is there as a guide so that I know where I want my words to start. I think it might need to go over just a hair. I think it might need to go up just a hair. So, and I'm going to give it a good warming because iron-ons want warmth. I've got two irons, right? I've got a little bitty iron and I've got a bigger one, and I'm warming them both up because I feel like if the little clovers may need some extra attention, and the little iron will be able to give me some of that detail if it's needed. Okay, let's try this. Boom. Boom, boom. You know what? I'm going to call that good because these are a little on the edge, but what I can do is move the mat once everything else is stuck, and I can give it a good press there. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is iron this bad boy on. I know that I'm going to have to give little tiny attention to the clovers. That's fine. Alright, now let's give her a go, right? I don't have an easy press. I would love an easy press, but I don't have the money for one. One. So now, with any luck at all, I'll be able to pull the iron off right off the shirt. We'll see. I'm going to start up here in the corner. It's peeling off. What I'm probably going to do is take some parchment paper and go over it some more, because I can tell that it needs more heat. I ironed it enough to get it stuck, but I think it needs more heat. And there we go. For the purposes of this video, this project is complete. You see? I did it. I made a shirt. Alright, aside from a little extra TLC that I'm going to give it, my project is done. I can't wait to put this bad boy on. Okay, why don't I just do that? Alright, lucks were given today. 0 lucks given. However, I took out the zero. I can't. However, I took out the O in 0 and replaced it with an I took out Now I'm doing this project and it is 2/13. No, it's not 2/13. I lied. It is the day before St. Patrick's Day. And it is 10:30. Oh, I can't. It is 10:13 currently. I'm actually going to try to get this up today so that I'm going to try to get this up today. We'll see. I may not have time, but we'll see. Alright, so Cricut did it thing. Cricut did it thing. Cricut. 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 Ah, really? It moved. Did it slide? Flub.